All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to tear down a complete AI business model, piece by piece. Why? To figure out how on earth you actually sell something as powerful and, let's be honest, as complicated as artificial intelligence.
I mean, that's the big question, isn't it? This isn't like selling a coffee maker. You're selling a fundamental change to how a business works. It's a capability, a total transformation. So, where do you even start?
Well, we got our hands on a fascinating blueprint from one AI company that lays out their entire game plan. We're going to break it down into three core parts: their guiding philosophy, the actual services they sell, and how they plan to scale it all. So let's start at the very foundation, the philosophy. I want you to think of this first part as the company's operating system. It's the core set of beliefs and rules that runs in the background of everything they do. It makes sure every single project, every service is all pointing in the same direction. At the absolute heart of this operating system is something they call the E.P.P.G framework. Now, this isn't just some catchy corporate acronym. It's the lens they use to look at every single client problem. It's their answer to the question, what is AI actually for in a business? And here are the four pillars. EPPG stands for efficiency, productivity, predictive intelligence, and growth. This is brilliant because it's so focused. Every single service they offer, all 26 of them, is designed to create a real, measurable result in one of these four areas. It's how they stop selling cool tech and start delivering tangible business value.
So if EPPG is the what they're trying to achieve, their AAR process is the how. It's a super simple three-step playbook for using AI. Do we augment what your people can do? Do we automate a boring repetitive task? Or do we just completely replace an old clunky system? It makes implementing AI feel way less mysterious. So now that we know the how, let's look at what they're actually selling.
Okay, so if the frameworks are the operating system, then all their services are like the core apps that run on it. This is how they package all that expertise into actual things that clients can understand and, buy. And they have a ton of these apps, 26 services in total. But here's the smart part. Instead of just throwing a giant confusing menu at you, they organize everything into 5 clear verticals. It makes it so much easier for a potential customer to find exactly what they need. This first vertical is all about strategy. For most clients, this is ground zero. Think of it like an AI readiness checkup, a diagnostic to see where a company really is and where the biggest opportunities are before a single line of code is written. It's that crucial measure twice, cut once step that saves a ton of money and headaches later. Next up, we've got implementation. This is where the strategy becomes reality. We're talking about the hands-on, roll-up-your-sleeves work. This is where you get those AI-powered receptionists that can answer customer questions 24/7, or automated workflows that kill off mind-numbing data entry, which frees up your team to do, the important creative stuff. Vertical number 3 is laser-focused on one thing: growth, the bottom line. These services use AI to put sales and marketing on steroids. Imagine being able to automatically test thousands of different ads to find the perfect one, or creating personalized video messages for every single lead you have. Yeah, we're talking about stuff that makes the cash register ring. Now, this one is absolutely critical, and it's something a lot of tech companies just forget. They recognize that the tech alone is not enough. You can have the smartest AI on the planet, but if your team doesn't get it or is afraid of it, it's basically a very expensive paperweight. So this vertical is all about training people, creating an AI-savvy culture that can actually make the change last. And finally, there's a vertical all about scaling their own brand and impact. This isn't just about doing work for clients. It's about building a community. Through speaking at events, running workshops, and forming key partnerships, they position themselves as leaders in the whole AI conversation, not just another vendor. All right, now for the final and maybe the most powerful piece of this whole blueprint: scale. You've got 26 amazing services. How do you get them out to the entire world? Simple. You build a distribution network. Or, sticking with our analogy, you build an app store for your entire ecosystem. And you don't have to take my word for it. This quote from their own strategy doc says it all. They call their partner network a revenue multiplier and market reach amplifier. You can tell this isn't just an afterthought. It's a core part of the whole machine. And if you want to see why they're so excited about it, just look at these numbers. They project this partner network will go from maybe $1 million in year 1, which is just 5 to 10% of their total business, to potentially $400 million by year 10. That's projected to be nearly 40% of their entire company's revenue. That is insane growth. And if that table full of numbers was a little hard to grasp, this chart just makes it crystal clear. Look at that curve. That is a classic hockey stick. From 1 million to 100 million in 5 years, and then quadrupling that in the next 5. That right there is the power of a partner ecosystem. It's how you achieve exponential scale instead of just linear growth. So let's step back and put all these pieces of the blueprint together. We've looked at the philosophy, the services, and the scaling strategy. So what does the whole complete picture look like? It really is this elegant 3-part system that all works together. You've got the philosophy, the EPPG framework, that acts as the operating system. Then you have the 5 verticals of services, which are the core apps doing the actual work. And finally, you've got the partner network, which is the app store, getting those apps into the hands of millions.
It's just a really cohesive, really powerful model. And it leaves us with one last really big question to chew on. As AI gets woven into the fabric of every single industry, is this the new blueprint? Is this framework-driven, partner-scaled approach how every service business is going to have to operate to win in the future?